What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and I'm very happy to announce that I survived house rules. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. It's going to be expiring probably by the time you guys watch this video, but I've put it out so many different ways. Pretty much what I did, I got exactly 100 wins, and that is exactly what I needed to unlock Von Miller. Now, remember, I want to point out some things. Most of you guys, I got a couple messages like, yo, Gmia, I was going to stop doing it, but then you told me to keep going, and I at least got the 50 wins to get the 89 to 90 overall superstar, and most of you guys pulled Patrick Mahomes. Congratulations to you guys that went through it. I know it was kind of difficult because a lot of things, it's such a short game, and people were able to do whatever they wanted, and it was wild and savage, but ultimately, you're going to get back what you put in. And I told you guys, I'm never going to tell you guys to do something that I myself is not doing. I will point out certain things, and I will tell you absolutely 100% I am not going to do that. But those house rules, it was such quick games that I would rage, and then right after, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm back. Another game. It's another game. Then I'll win it. Then I'll calm down. Some of you guys are just going on wild losing streaks. Shout out to you guys, bro. That just lost so many games, but still was able to get that 50. A lot of you guys, no money spent, low overall, still got it. That's what I want from you guys. I need you to be able to go out there and still, you know, try to get some of the stuff that EA is putting out there for free. Because a lot of the stuff, including their missions that they put out, it's not that it's like the CPU is just wild because they've always been wild, is that they want it to not be as easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of it is very, very difficult. Some of you guys were, you know, sending me pictures of your broken controllers. Bro, that's so Madden 19 for me, dude. Like, bro, like totally. I'm out of it. Bro, hey, I broke 4 controllers in Madden 19. I'm trying my best to not break anything in 20. And like I said, I'm really enjoying the game, so don't worry about it, guys. We're gonna have to get through it. I know some wild things happen, but it is what it is. All right, we're gonna have to fight through it, dog. Trust me, I'd be raging just as much as you guys. So look, I was able to get the other trophies that I needed to be able to unlock Von Miller. And what we're gonna be doing in this video, I'm trying to explain to you guys again. When you look at it, I only needed the 1,050 because I was going with the Nat, because I'm planning on keeping Von Miller for the entire year. Now, if you were one of those guys that wanted to grind it all the way through and then get one to sell before it expires and make like 1 million coins or whatever, that's fine. But remember though, you still have to get collectibles for John Madden Coach. There's still 3 available right now. Obviously, this won't expire. It'll keep going for all of the slots that it'll have, and they'll keep increasing it every series. But I would much rather focus on getting collectibles after getting this Nat and making my coins in other ways, if that makes any sense to you guys. Because if you go ahead and use competitive currency, 2,000 of them to make whatever you make off Von Miller, that's a lot of time consumed playing the game online, solo battles and stuff like that. And then you still have to go back and then do the whole Coach Madden thing. So just getting the Nat, knowing that I'm gonna be keeping Von Miller, is gonna make it a lot easier for me. But that's my opinion. If you guys are grinders, a lot of you guys have been like non-stop playing. I haven't really been playing a lot of online games, so I have to limit myself to the, you know, my time frame, because I have a lot of stuff going on. So this was my easier route to get the non-tradable, non-auctionable version that still gets powered up, still gets the same stats. I just can't sell them. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna unlock him and then see what's going on with his stats as we continue to upgrade. Now, remember this, guys, when you add him into your set, right, you gotta pay an additional, what is that, 1,000 coins before you even get him to the next level. But I just wanted to point out, he is the same card as the auctionable version, because some of you guys were asking about that. Like, you know, what's the difference? The only difference is you can't sell him. That's it. You can't sell him, bro. And listen, this guy's gonna be on my team for the remainder of the year. Okay, that's pretty much like the way I feel about the left outside linebacker position. I'm not really worried about Ted Hendricks. Some of you guys are worried, you know, with the way that his card is. Von Miller is going to be an outright goon for the entire year. And I think they're going to ball out this year with the Broncos, man. New quarterback, you know, new situation going on over there. I think that he's going to really have something to play for. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to upgrade him. All right, I'm going to go ahead and point out some of the things I was talking to you guys about as far as having to give him that 1,000. You see, I left him here where he was right here with the 88 because I wasn't trying to spend 1,000. Another thing is this. When you do this, I think that for the most part, for those of you guys that are understanding that the training points are so expensive, like with the abilities over the Superstar X Factor, like what should you do? I pretty much prefer abilities over the X Factor because the abilities is every snap. All right. I know I already bought Fearmonger on him, but that was just pretty much you know, it is what it is, dog. Like, I wanted to start to get excited with it. It's a new game and stuff, but honestly, I don't really care about that. I need the abilities. I need the abilities to be, you know, just straight shining action. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what I want. So I'm going to be looking to, you know, figure out the abilities for he and Lawrence Taylor, because those are two guys that I don't really plan on getting rid of. So you can see right now that I unlocked his third ability slot. So you're going to see other things there. You know, now he gets the power specialist, he gets the edge threat, he gets all that other stuff that, you know, Lawrence Taylor also gets. These are probably the best abilities to use. Everybody that I've spoken to or that I've played against, these edge threat and power specialist abilities, it's wild, because if they don't have somebody that's a decent offensive lineman, they're getting screamed at. You know what I'm saying? And it really does make a difference, as opposed to a 19 where there are a lot of chems that just did not make a difference with the way that your players played. It's completely different. The issue is I have to now find, you know, 2,500 training points in order to do that. Like, I have to, you know, go through that and put that on the player and then make them that souped up for my defense. But again, with all the super stats that he has right now, it's not really that big of a deal, because he's still going to be that explosive Von Miller. I just want to point out a couple things. We're going to go ahead and compare him to Lawrence Taylor to kind of give you guys some insight. You can see with his acceleration and everything like that, Lawrence Taylor, like, you can't, defensively at the linebacker position, I don't think I will ever enjoy watching another player in his prime than I did. Like, and I wasn't even really watching football. I was very young while he played, but my uncles are really diehard Giant fans. It was always on, and this dude was just a beast, man. An absolute monster. But I want to point out a few things. You're going to see that Von, in certain cases, have, you know, he has a lot more things, you know, in the green. The tackling, the play recognition, the block shedding, the power moves. But you'll see that LT with that acceleration and the speed is going to pretty much overtake Von. That was another question that a lot of you guys were asking. Gmia, is that a big deal right there? You know, his strength threshold is still below the 80. So he's at the lower tier of the threshold. I would have loved for them to give me like that 80 boost, but I could always add, you know, another 4 Denver Bronco players in the background and get that +1 strength from just the team chemistry. All right, so I want you know, point that out as well, make you guys understand what's happening with that. But overall, his card with these two guys off the edge in the 3-4, it's pretty much RIP unless you play somebody that knows what's going on as far as pass protection, and they also understand secure pass protection with the actual lineman that they use. Okay, now that is also a big deal, and I've been noticing a lot of you guys, after I brought it up, you guys are trying to get more information about it. I am going to be focusing on getting, you know, more training and adding some abilities to these players, but in the meantime, I want you guys to be focused on the fact that your pass rush, that's your core in this game. All right, that is very, very important. Your pass rush, it pretty much is gonna let you know if you are capable of winning and losing when you go up against, you know, more top tier opponents, because it's something that you really, really need in the game. Because if you have like bummy linemen, if you have bummy defensive pass rush guys, like a lot of you guys that are no money spent, oh yeah, I got an 82, no money spent, I'm balling. You're really not though. And what's gonna happen is all of these other guys that are spending money, because like I said, I'll buy a bundle here and there, but I'm not gonna buy a bundle every week. But like I said, when Lawrence Taylor came out, I'm buying a bundle. Like, it don't really matter. I like Lawrence Taylor, I don't care, I'm gonna get it. But if your offensive line is not key and core to what you're doing it wrong. All right? If you don't have guys out there that can hold these blocks, like even with this guy, when you look at Tyron Smith, right? This guy right here, he's kind of trash, but he has an 89 strength. And what I've noticed with him off the blind side, that strength factor is very, very huge, even with the screamers. Now, remember, if they overstack, like put a lot of people on one side, you have to account for that. He can't block the you know, the defensive end and the safety or the corner that's blitzing. You're gonna have to make a choice with that. You're gonna have to figure that out. You are gonna have to ID the mic and motion somebody to that other side, or simply flip the play and put your running back on that side. But when it's one-on-one and somebody's trying to screen, that strength is a huge factor with Tyron Smith. Everything else that he has, you know, is kind of lower level tier, and some of you guys are like, yo bro, he's kind of trash, but he does what he's supposed to do simply because he's strong enough to hold up and stand up a lot of these other players that are coming after you every snap. So we're going to be focusing on some of those things. All right, we're going to be looking to see who can get I don't think he's eligible for secure pass blocker yet. I think he can probably get identify or identifier or something. I think he gets one ability. Oh, he gets secure protector. Okay, so I could probably put it on both of my, my left tackle, my right tackle, and then just have, an ability on Patrick Mahomes. Like, that's where I'm going with it, bro. I'm being so serious. With the way that dudes are just screaming at me off the edge, it's really, really wild, and I want to test it out just to see if it really makes a difference, because I've heard really, really good news about the secure pass, the secure pass blocker as opposed to last year, obviously. So what does that mean going forward? Now that we have the Von Miller, right, and defensively I feel comfortable once I get some of those abilities on, we're going to have to figure out, because I want evasive on Marcus Allen. So now it's up to the fact that, all right, at some point, I'm going to have abilities on Patrick Mahomes. So realistically speaking, for those of you guys that are asking, I'm giving you guys a little bit more insight before I go in depth with it in another video. I'm going to have to make a huge decision, because I love when Bazooka's activated, but I like not getting sacked more. All right, and that secure pass blocker is just unbelievable this year. I will tell you this though, Marcus Allen without evasive equipped is not going to be the same thing. Okay, so for those of you guys that are thinking you can take it off your running back, no. If you have to run the ball in Madden 20 to be successful. Like, that's just something that I believe wholeheartedly. Like, you really have to run the ball to be successful. So with that being said, you're gonna have to be very, very careful with the way that you start taking abilities off on the offensive side of the ball. But I want to give at least one player identify and secure pass blocker. It'll probably lean towards Tyron Smith, because he's like more of the weaker link, because Lane Johnson just balls out like a savage. Might put it on him, all right? And then what I'll do is I'll probably take whatever's on Tyreek Hill off of him, keep Bazooka and evasive to kind of start. You know what I'm saying? Because I run the ball a lot and I try to get, glitchy runs off. But like I said, I love the fact that they give you only 3 as opposed to just having everybody just lit up on your side like how it was in previous Maddens. So that's going to be something we're going to be talking about going forward as far as the chemistries, the team situation. And just so you guys see, right here with the Dallas Cowboys, that's how I'm getting that +1 strength. Any 5 players for any team will activate +1 strength. That's the first thing. That gets me next level tier strength for a lot of these Dallas Cowboy O-linemen. And yeah, I know the Kansas City Chief Theme Diamond is a cowboy and all that stuff, but I'm not about to spend that coin right now to add that. But I do want to eventually, have most of them be cowboys, and that's one of them that, possibly could be. All right, so with that, you got the Kansas City Chiefs as well. All right, these guys, it's a situation where, it makes it a lot easier for you guys to be able to understand the importance of strength by just having it activated. And yeah, you could put, Chiefs Chem on Marcus Allen and increase that as well. So, in conclusion, like I said, Von Miller is going to have his thing. We're going to probably take off Anthony Barr's shutdown and make Von Miller, Jadeveon Clowney, and Lawrence Taylor be my guys that are screaming off the edge. Like, that's going to probably be what it is. But we're going to focus on abilities over the X factors and just see how that works out. And I'll keep you guys updated as far as that goes. Try to go out there. Like I said, house rules may be over, but you can still grind out head-to-head. You can still do MUT drafts. You can still do a lot of things without having to spend coins to get those trophies up. I just chose to get through house rules. I was successful with it. Hopefully you guys were as well. Definitely subscribe, turn on your post notifications. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. One love, y'all.